Welcome back, guys. You're watching Today's Platinum, and in this video we're going to do a Bitcoin price prediction, looking at my price prediction for 2018, looking towards the end of the year. What is Bitcoin's price going to be? So if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like as well as subscribe for more daily cryptocurrency videos. We put out 2 videos per day, Monday through Friday, and we also are getting into some online business content for you guys, working on that currently, because that's what I do a lot on my own time. So if you guys are interested in any of that, feel free to stick around and subscribe for more content in the future. But also we do have a premium trading program. If you guys are interested, that is the first link in the description. So go ahead and check that out if you guys are interested in becoming cryptocurrency traders. So getting into the actual price prediction for Bitcoin, the market is kind of at a weird stage, I guess you could say. So this is what the graph looks like basically since 2015. We've clearly gone exponentially parabolic towards the upside, and we've crashed pretty hard from that and are left currently with a valuation of around $7,400. So where exactly do I see the market going at this point? So some of the few things that I want to touch on. First off is the adoption that we're seeing of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology in general. We are seeing a ton of adoption in large spaces, large organizations adopting cryptocurrency. So on that side of things, we are working towards moving this market to a higher valuation. However, I think there's a few things that's holding not only Bitcoin but the entire cryptocurrency space back from, say, reaching a price point and a market capitalization from where we had Bitcoin being at around 20,000. So at that point, we were at about an $800 million market cap, or billion, excuse me. So, we were certainly approaching the $1 trillion market cap point, but we couldn't get there, and then obviously we have fallen down, and we are left with our current price point. So, you guys can kind of see, we have a bit of a trend, a support, I guess you could say, moving upward, showing some slow growth upward. However, it's happened all too quickly. We've had this large crash all too quickly. Go ahead and delete that. Try to get a straight line for you guys. But yeah, this crash has just come way too quickly, and honestly, I'm not sure if the market is going to be able to recover from it. What I do expect to happen is most likely we will continue to stabilize around this point that we're at now. I do believe that, and once that happens, I think that we're just going to move horizontal for a good amount of time. And the reason for that is because normally with Bitcoin, after we've seen some large growth and then a retracement, I'll try to zoom in here for you guys. Normally after we have seen, in the history of Bitcoin's prices, we see a large growth in Bitcoin's price. Kind of moving sideways for a while, usually a good amount of time. And then, we see an explosion in price, and then we drop down, move sideways, see another explosion in price, and then drop down, move sideways more, explosion in price, drop down. So I think this market still has a lot of room to grow. I understand that we've gone parabolic. We've had a crazy amount of gains in mostly in 2017, but we have had some large growth in 2018. Even though we did have the large decline in the beginning of the year, we've still had some large growth. Okay, when we reached that point where we bounced off of around 5,900, we basically doubled Bitcoin's price and went almost back to 12K. So we've had some large growth in Bitcoin, not only this year, but mostly in 2017. And I do believe that growth can continue in the future. The problem is I think we are going to need to move sideways for a while, because the growth that we've seen was so exponential compared to past growth that we have seen in Bitcoin's price, that I think the overall consensus on Bitcoin is that it's overvalued for the current cryptocurrency market and the current stage at which it is in. I think we're still in the stage of development. Even the blockchain projects, the blockchain technology that's getting adopted by large companies, Amazon, Google, Walmart's, companies like that, even the technology that's getting adapted by those companies is still not in the stage where it's actually being used. So I definitely think we still need to just slow down and move sideways for a while. Obviously, we'll have volatility, as we always do with Bitcoin, but I do think we need to stay down for a while before we shoot back up again. A lot of people are expecting or claiming that cryptocurrency may lead to a bull market in the summer, and honestly, it's still possible. Okay, we kind of have a wedge formation in Bitcoin's price currently, which is what leads most people to believe that. However, it really depends on, first off, if Bitcoin holds the level where it's at, about 7,400 currently, and if it does not hold that level, then I don't believe we're going to see any bull movement, too much bull movement throughout the summer. What I really can see happening is if we stay at this level and then start to move back up, then I could expect to break out and possibly go near the $10,000 to $12,000 mark. But regarding the rest of the year, even if we get up to that point, I want to see the price come back down and then go back up again and repeat that pattern for a while. And the reason being is because I don't think this market can handle another parabolic and exponential growth like we had so quickly in December of 2017. And guys, historically, I want to put this out there that historically Bitcoin's price has always gone parabolic towards the end of every single year. Okay, you can see it in the end of 2016, shot all the way up above $1,000, came crashing back down to around $700, so lost almost half its valuation, about 30%. And then if you scroll back to the end of 2015, we saw a growth there, pulled back into January, and then even scrolling back, we actually, the chart's a little weird because they started in 2015, but Bitcoin's price was actually available before this. But guys, just showing you that Bitcoin normally does see periods of growth towards the end of the year. So if we do have any growth for the rest of this year, large growth, I want to see it towards the end of the year. I think we need time to allow the market to stabilize and recover from the huge loss that we suffered in January. And I think part of the reason why the market is so volatile currently is because the overall consensus is that Bitcoin is overvalued and was for sure overvalued at 20K for the time that we are currently in, with cryptocurrency and the entire space being not developed enough yet. So we will have to see what happens, but honestly, I'm putting my price prediction at around $15,000 for the end of 2018. I think that gives Bitcoin room to grow, room for that growth towards the end of the year, but I think it gives it a stabilized growth that will hopefully allow for very large growth in the future. Okay, we've heard people talk about Bitcoin at 50K, 100K, 250K, even $1 million one day. Talking about 2020, 2021, 2022, 2025. Guys, it's 2018 and we're moving into 2019 next year. So if we just go right back up to, 20, 25K by the end of the year, that is some huge growth that we're going to see. And it's almost guaranteed that we're going to see a huge drop in price like we've seen this year and all the years previous. And I just feel like that is not healthy for the market, and that scares a lot of people away from the market. A few things that I feel that will help the market in the future is government regulation. I think that will allow a lot of new money to flow in, as well as overall just more development. Give it time for all of these projects to develop more and actually release whatever product they actually have. One big thing that I want to touch on is, for example, all of these blockchain infrastructure projects. For example, EOS. I've been talking about EOS, and I invested in EOS. I remember a year ago was investing in trading EOS, and they still don't even have their main product out. It comes out actually in June, I'm pretty sure. but just showing that these coins and these projects still don't even have a working product, and that's the problem with this market. I understand they are startups, it's exciting, but we definitely have to see some capitalization on what all of these projects are hoping and promising to do, because if not, then that will leave a very bad taste in everyone's mouth. And unfortunately, I do think we will see a large drop in everything if things start to go wrong. So I do want to see stable growth instead of parabolic growth. I'm all for gains, guys. Of course, being a trader, it would be great just to see Bitcoin tomorrow morning, wake up and see it at 20,000. But to be honest, it's not healthy for the market, and it's just going to make matters worse if we just see another parabolic growth. Even at the end of this wedge, if we just somehow explode and shoot straight up, because currently, today and yesterday, we have been holding the support on the bottom line of this wedge. So if we hold the support and we start to move up within the next week or two, the next month actually, and we break out of that and we start to move up, hopefully we only move up, tops to 12K and then move down again and then move, start to trade in a bit of a channel instead of trend. So that's what I'm looking at. 15K by the end of the year, hopefully. Max, I would say 25K. Obviously that's a pretty large range, but I really am thinking I don't think Bitcoin the entire market has it in it to see another large growth like we did during December. I just think that the market is not ready for that, and it's not going to be until at least 2019 after such a parabolic growth. So, 15K, I'm obviously not a fortune teller, and this is cryptocurrency, so we really have no idea what's going to happen in the market, but that is what I'm looking at, and that is what I am hopefully looking to see by the end of this year. I think 15K is a very reasonable price to be at by the end of 2018. That would give it about 100% growth from where we're at now. So good price point to have, still large growth, and hopefully will give the market some more stability and more reliability. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave your price predictions down in the description. I'm interested to hear what people are going to be saying. Bitcoin to 0, Bitcoin to 50K, and everything in between. So definitely interested to hear your guys' price predictions. So leave them in the description. If you guys aren't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe and also leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another video. Have a good one, guys.